Hello and welcome to Crypto Weeklies. In this video, we will be discussing the Bitcoin's latest all-time high and what it means for the rest of the crypto market. None of the content is financial advice. Let's get started. The price of Bitcoin right now is at around $111,500. If you look at the daily candles, at one point the price went at around $111,900 again. The 112,000 level has not been breached yet. But if you go back to the weekly candles and look at the Fibonacci retracement from the 69k high in 2021 to about 15,500 drop in 2022, and try to extrapolate what happened from 2017 to 2021 again, from 2017 peak to 2018 bottom. If you drew the lines to identify what could be theoretically 2021 peak, the 3.618 back from that level was at around 64k, and that proved to be really close to the 2021 peak back in 2017. If we extrapolate that from the 2021 peak to 2022 drop and try to identify the 2025 peak based on the 4-year market cycle theory, what you could find is the first key level to watch was at around $101,000. That was the 1.618. Now the price is meaningfully above the 1.618. The next level to look for is the 2.618 coming in at around 154k. If we try to even slightly overshoot that 2.618 level, the next level to watch is the 3.414, slightly lower than the 3.618. This level in terms of the USD price is slightly under 200k, to be precise is at around $196,800. That could be a key level to watch for Bitcoin's price action in the next half of the year. In terms of the rest of the market, although Bitcoin has rallied quite a bit, what you can see is the Bitcoin dominance is at around 64%. Again, it does have a support over here at around 61% based on its 20-week moving averages. If the levels were to come back down, so if we were to extrapolate based on this trend line from 2017 to now potentially in 2025, and draw it like this, at one point in the cycle, if they play like they played in the past two market cycles from 2017 2018 to back to 2021, if Bitcoin dominance falls to that about 40-45, between 40 to 45% as a target, with this higher lows on this Bitcoin dominance chart, Bitcoin's share of the total crypto market cap could drop from 64% to 42%. That means altcoins at that point at that phase in the market rally or market phase could outperform Bitcoin in the next half of the post-halving year, that is in 2025. To keep a note of this, Ethereum, again the leader of the altcoins, or the number 2 crypto by market cap, right now is at around $2,600. If we were to look at some of the key levels for ETH, is the next level is coming in at about $2,900. That would be the 0.5 fib level based on the retracement of its from its previous highs of about $4,900 to the 850 bottom in the bear market. If Ether meaningfully rallies above 3k, the next level to watch is the $3,400 level. That's the 0.618, and then the 4k level, which Ether failed to manage to rally beyond the 0.786 in 2024, and at least 3 times in 2024 in March, June, and the third time in December 2024. If this time around, if there is a higher high for ETH, that could take the price at around $7,500 level. And that in terms of the rallying cryptos, such as, for example, in today's video we'll be covering Injective, which has rallied a lot in the last 24 hours. If you look at the last 24 hours worth of the cryptos of the last market cycle, Injective is rallying about 10% over the last 30 days, up by about 55%, market cap at about 1.4 billion. If we were to look at the machine learning based price forecast for Injective, this is the website that we have in cryptoweeklies.com, link on the bottom of your screen, has machine learning based price forecast for most of the major cryptos. Currently the price of Injective is coming in at about $14 per this model. In the next 6 months, without a euphoria in the market, the price could be between $14 and about $36. If there is a euphoria, that is a 2 standard deviation bull case at 95 percentile confidence, that price for Injective within the next 6 months could be between $16 and about $71. That's from the current price of about $13 or change. That's a 5x from the current price point. In terms of the directionality for this particular video, for this particular crypto, the pink line helps identify if the likelihood of price going up with time is high, like it is over here, where the pink line has a favorable directionality, than the green line, which is if there is a continued downturn in the next 6 months instead of a upswing in the market. The bottom for Injective could be between $5.50 and about $11. If we look at the fair value regression analysis, we'll start with Bitcoin to identify the fair value for Bitcoin. Again, per this model, the fair value is all the way up at around 127k. If you had again, we made a lot of videos related to Bitcoin and major cryptos back in April 2025, early April 2025, when the price of Bitcoin was close to that green line, which is 1 standard deviation residual applied to the regression band to the downside. Price was coming in at a key level in terms of when the price was at around 74k. That at that point in time, the bottom green line was at around 69k. Now the bottom green line has moved to about 81k with an upswing. Now if the opposite of that bottom green line is this yellow line, which is this 1 standard deviation residual applied to the upside, trying to identify what is a 1 standard deviation ceiling, that is non-euphoria ceiling for Bitcoin. Per this model, that ceiling is again at around 206k. As Bitcoin missed reaching the bottom regression line by about 5,000, opposite could also be true. Bitcoin might miss the top part of this yellow line by about $5,000 to $10,000 at around 200k level. So that is one estimation. And again, going back to Injective, the crypto that we are discussing today, again, the regression function is a different reality, unfortunately, due to the structure of continuous lower highs and lower lows. If that structure were to break up to the upside, then that could bode well for Injective. In terms of Ether, this is this harbinger of most of the altcoins, how they could perform. Ether is in an upswing now, at least since about May of 2024. The regression function says that the fair value for ETH is coming in at around $3,900. If Ether were to overshoot that rally to that 1 standard deviation ceiling above the fair value, that could take price of ETH in that environment at around $6,200. Currently, the price of ETH is at around $2,600. So that's roughly speaking little under 2.5x. So if Ether were to do a 2.5x on its USD pair, then alts such as Injective in that environment could be somewhere between 3x and 3x and 5x from their current price, which bodes well with the prediction that we just analyzed using the machine learning based price forecast, where that 5x ceiling for INJ between the current price of about roughly $14 to that 5x level at around $70. That could theoretically be a peak for Injective. If we were to analyze Injective some more by looking at its own USD pair and how Injective is currently performing, again, this has been a great rally from this 2021 peak to 2020 drop early in 2024 to that 1.618 level at around $40. That's a key level for Injective in terms of the Fibonacci levels. If right now it's coming in at around 0.5 Fib level, if it were to manage and contend with these resistances of $16, $20 and $25, and then again ultimately at around $40 level, the next goal in sight for this Fibonacci level analysis for Injective is at around $65, roughly close to that 2 standard deviation machine learning based price forecast at around $70. That is kind of a target confluent with both the models with Fibonacci levels as well as the machine learning based price forecast for INJ. The other models for Injective again of some utility is the simple moving average based model. This price color coded with respect to simple moving average, 20-week simple moving average, that is, helps identify what is a great entry for the Injective trade. Again, in the short term, again, whenever the risks are less than 10% or in this color code between 0 and 0.1 risk, they are identified as great entry points. Right now, the risk level for INJ is at around 25%. If it were to go to that intermediate risk level between 40% and 60% risk, that is this green shaded region, the price per this model for Injective could be between $25 and about $33. Ultimately, again, no model can single-handedly accurately predict what the price could do. This is a 20-week moving outlook. So after 20 weeks, if the price is higher than $43, again, the shape of the simple moving average at that point in time could be slightly different, taking the forecast to towards the end of the year. That's about 35 to 40 weeks away, somewhere between 30 to 35 weeks away from the current time. In the time weighted average price based analysis for Injective, whenever the price was below this blue line, which is the time weighted average price, that for Injective essentially is an accumulation phase. We did make videos related to Injective over here when the price was in that phase, again 3 weeks ago. This is the homepage of the YouTube channel, Crypto Weeklies, that you're watching right now. 3 weeks ago, also 9 days ago, we have covered Injective extensively throughout the bear market as well and the recovery year. So this is where again the risk reward was at a great favorable time based on this time weighted average price model. The blue line, again, whenever the price for high quality assets, whenever it's trading below the blue line, if there is a new or all-time high for such assets accumulating below the time weighted average prices, definitely not the worst idea. Again, not financial advice. There is always risk with all assets. Nonetheless, if you are interested in staying updated, you can check all of the content for free. It's available on cryptoweeklies.com, and also the video series that I make at a daily level, not just for Injective, for most of the high quality crypto assets, at least the ones in the top 100 to top 200 cryptos by market cap. So hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, please give us a like and subscribe. Last but not the least is an accumulation or estimation of the bull run target across different model. Again, this model is saying a bull run peak at around $28. That is because the regression risk is right now elevated because of the shape of the regression function having this lower low structure. Again, if the price action were to bottom over here, again, if April is the bottom for INJ, the shape of the regression function could drastically change and bring down the risk levels on the regression risk. Nonetheless, the $27 target in the short term offers an area of resistance somewhere at around slightly above the 2021 peak. That was at around $25. So I would imagine there might be some resistance at that point in time. So the utility of this regression based analysis is definitely, again, worth considering. Again, not financial advice. The 3 standard deviation ceiling is coming up shortly. As the price moves away from the red line, there is a high likelihood that the regression function could change its shape. And with that, I would like to conclude the video. Hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, please give us a like and subscribe, and hope to see you again tomorrow. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye bye.